Every single thing that begins to exist has a cause, meaning that because the universe did have a beginning, it was caused by something.
Everything came from something. What about if that's just the Big Bang? You know, scientific evidence shows that there's no evidence for the Garden of Eden or anything like that.
When evolution states that there was a point in time that there was no life, and then suddenly life came out of it, we know that scientifically that's impossible. Are you like religious?
Not, I wouldn't say I'm religious. I'd say like, I would like to believe there's someone up there, but the odds aren't really too great.
What do you mean?
Well, Charles Darwin, you know, the evolution, it's got a lot more on it, if you know what I mean. Yeah, we just don't have much proof. We just go by what the Bible says.
Well, no, I would disagree that there isn't evidence for God. So you were saying that there's more evidence for evolution than the existence of God. So like, let me ask you this. If something has a beginning, doesn't it have to be caused?
Damn. Okay, I never thought about that. There is something to that. I just don't know. I just go with evolution because it just sounds more, you know, thingy, because we evoluted from apes, and obviously we see that with other animals, and we are an animal ourselves.
But then the thing about this is, regardless of what we believe on evolution, we still have the issue of every single thing that begins to exist has a cause.
Yeah.
Meaning that because the universe did have a beginning, it was caused by something. But we have to go based off of what we know from science. So we know that time, space, and matter began to exist at that moment. Meaning whatever caused the Big Bang is spaceless, timeless, and immaterial, powerful enough to create the universe and life within it. So it chose to do something, meaning that it has a will. So you can't do that if you're not a being with a mind.
Damn, I never thought. Damn.
So I would say that we have stronger evidence for God's existence than almost anything else.
Well, I ain't shaming your opinion. I'm in the middle at the minute. I'm in the
Gotcha.
middle. Evolution and just God. Like, it's...
Sure.
I'm just right in the center, in the middle.
Okay. Well, do you know about the law of biogenesis?
Not really. I mean,
Okay.
I wouldn't say I'm familiar with it.
So it says basically that life can only come from other life. It can never come from the non-living. So if there's no living thing, there can't just suddenly be living things sprung up out of that by random chance. Because that's a scientific law, a law is basically just like, you know, like unchanging, basically.
Yeah.
You know, like pretty much like the same as gravity. When evolution states that there was a point in time that there was no life, and then suddenly life came out of it, we know that scientifically that's impossible. So that means that whatever caused life to begin was supernatural. So not only do we have the beginning of the universe, we know that evolution wasn't the process that brought us into being.
Ah. I guess so.
Yeah. Pretty shocking, right?
Yeah, it is. Anyway, I gotta roll, but I'll keep that in my mind. I'll keep that.
Do you think that there's an afterlife?
Do I think that there's an afterlife? Yeah, I do, yeah.
What would you say convinces you that there is one?
I've seen some stuff. I've seen some stuff.
Okay. Like supernatural things?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, lots of people have seen supernatural stuff.
Yeah,
And
it is creepy, to be fair.
Yeah. It points to something supernatural regardless of what you believe.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you think?
I believe that there is an afterlife. I believe that Christianity specifically is the truth. Because of the fact that you can prove that he is the truth. Do you think that there is a God?
Do I think there is a God? I don't know. Huh? That's true. You never know until you die. Or, you know, I don't know. You know, I've seen a lot of debates about this from a guy called Charlie Kirk.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that some of the best arguments that you would find would be with William Lane Craig. One of the he does a couple main arguments for God's existence. He goes for the fact that because the universe had a beginning, it had to have been caused by someone. That's one of his biggest things that he focuses on. And he also points to the evidence for the resurrection of Jesus as evidence for God's existence, because if you prove he rose from the dead, you prove what he claimed was true, and he claimed to be God in flesh.
Let me just stop you right there. So pretty much,
Yeah.
right, what about everything came from something? What about if that's just the Big Bang, as we know? You know, scientific evidence shows that there's no evidence for the Garden of Eden or anything like that. And the resurrection of Christ could have been this guy literally just drugged up all of his followers and then just made them write down whatever they thought. Like, you never know, really.
So, starting with the first thing that you said, well, what if it all just came from the Big Bang? I agree that everything came from the Big Bang, but that's us studying the effect. It's not us studying what the cause of it is. That's the difference.
Holy shit. You know what, that makes no sense, but my mind's still blown either way.
So that's sort of where the Christianity sort of, beliefs come in, where you can choose to believe something, and that can sort of fill in the gaps where it's like...
Yeah, it's not just about filling in the gaps, it's a matter of what's true. You know, because if the evidence pointed that the cause was like some impersonal being or whatever, then we would be like, okay, well, we don't know for sure then. But the fact that we know that it was a spaceless, timeless, and immaterial thing that caused the universe, and it chose to do something, it seems to be that this is a personal God with free will who chose to create us.
That is true. I'll have to think about that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, well, cheers, man. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you. Right.
Yeah.
I'm off now.
Yeah. Well, you guys have a good one, alright?
Alright, you too. See you later.
See you later.